President John Dramani Mahama has called on tenants to report landlords who demand more than the legally permitted rent advance, urging stricter enforcement to curb exploitation in the housing sector. In way we share organized labor, and I'll say the president stressed that rising housing costs continue to place a heavy burden on households, making access to affordable accommodation increasingly difficult. Quote, housing is a major problem, and for households, it is consuming their income. We need to have a national housing dialogue and decide how, between the private sector, government, and labor, we can come together and come up with a social housing policy to make sure that we provide affordable housing for workers to purchase on a mortgage or to be able to rent at a favorable cost. President Mahama attributed the growing trend of excessive rent demand to the country's housing deficit, a challenge he pledged to address, while noting that some landlords are exploiting the situation to impose unlawful charges on tenants. Or say, quote, the reason why the private house owners are taking advantage is because of the housing deficit. We have the rent court, and we say do not take more than 6 months of rent advance. But the one who is renting and the house owner are both not prepared to go to the rent court. He added, he further encouraged tenants to take decisive action by reporting such cases to the appropriate authorities, which is the rent court, assuring that offenders will be held accountable.
Obi, so on card for phobia. So on card for phobia.
Now we know basically I hear
I shall say 1st of April education. In fact, I shall maybe can rent control for us from Mudiaba. Yes, I say if you will be on rent card. Tenant no be filling the details. Also fill the details. Then the agreement will be there. Uni wo kwan say ufitu opem prekope utubum sematubum.
It is also Jimmy 2 years advance.
Etiamra.
Na me be reporting.
Yes, acting commissioner say one be 2 and enunti
on be 2 and mona aye dey no wa Jimmy 6 months.
Say rent control for a year making.
No, I understand though. In your budget me 6 months no.
It's a set.
Now mama me kwa mama tena fie.
The obu say that's car inside ya to me papa na yampia say ye adafe ni asori Daddy, asema okay the sense you are not even believing of course if you have the rent card didn't I say mu e ba so mama nka cho ejina 9 makoma 9 so eni did can say
yes.
The Rent Control Department wishes to address the general public, particularly landlords, tenants, agents, and all stakeholders within the rental housing sector regarding the earlier communication on the enforcement of the rent card policy. Following the issuance of our rent directive indicating that effective 1st April, landlords who have not issued rent cards will not be provided service at rent control offices. The department has taken careful note of the concerns, feedback, and the sentiments expressed by key stakeholders, especially landlords, regarding the need for broader consultation, clarity, and engagement prior to the enforcement. As a responsive public institution committed to fairness, transparency, and inclusive policy, we acknowledge these concerns and wish to assure all stakeholders that their voices have been heard. In this regard, the Rent Control Department, under my leadership as Acting Rent Commissioner, is taking immediate steps to initiate a comprehensive stakeholder engagement process. This process will bring together landlord, tenants, property agents, civil society, and other interested parties for one, provide detailed clarifications on the rent card policy and its objectives.